Hi kids, welcome back. For today, we are going to determine the distance between two objects in motion. For this week's most essential learning competency, describe the motion of an object by tracing and measuring its change in position, distance traveled over a period of time. For today's objective, explain how to determine the distance between two objects in motion. Let's ignite your curiosity, discover something new, unleash your inner scientist with Science 5! I am your virtual teacher, Teacher Regine. From our previous lesson, we were able to distinguish speed, distance, and time. Speed is defined as the rate of change of position of an object in any direction. But how do we determine the distance between two objects in motion? Let's find out. For today's guide questions, number 1. What is distance? Number 2. How to determine the distance between two objects in motion? And number 3. What is motion? Look at the moving car. Can you tell something about it? Yes, you're correct. The car is moving from point A to point B. Based on our previous lesson, we defined distance as the measure of how far or close two points are in relation to one another based on the actual travel of an object. From the picture, let's say that the car traveled about 1,000 kilometers from point A to point B. This means that the distance from point A to point B is 1,000 kilometers. Distance is also defined as the measure of how much ground an object has covered during its motion. Take a look at the journey of Juan and Reina. What is the distance from their house to their school? Yes, you're correct. The distance from their house to school is 5 kilometers. How about the distance from their school to the village? Excellent! The distance from school to the village is also 5 kilometers. How about the distance from the village back to their house? Brilliant! The distance from the village back to their house is 10 kilometers. How about the total distance? To solve the total distance, we can use the formula d sub 1 plus d sub 2 plus d sub 3. Let's substitute the given values. 5 kilometers plus 5 kilometers plus 10 kilometers to get the total distance traveled. The total distance traveled by Juan and Reina is 20 kilometers. The tools used to measure distance are ruler, meter stick, tape measure, and measuring wheel. To determine the distance between objects in motion, we can use the formula of speed. S stands for speed, D stands for distance, and T stands for time. So we can use the formula speed is equals to distance over time. From the given formula of speed, we can derive it to get the distance. For the formula of distance, speed is multiplied to time. To solve a problem involving distance in motion, we should determine that a given speed is an instantaneous speed. Instantaneous speed is the speed at any given instant time. Let's solve this problem. Maria was able to jog with an average speed of 1.67 meter per second. How far did she go with this speed for 60 seconds time? The given numbers are 1.67 meters per second for speed, and 60 seconds for time. Being asked in the problem is distance. For the formula, we have distance is multiplied to speed times time. And for the solution, multiply 1.67 meters per second to 60 seconds. Don't forget to apply cancellation of units to eliminate the unit seconds. So the final answer is 100.2 meters. Maria was able to jog for about 100 meters. Take a look at the illustration. What can you say about it? Yes, you're correct. The car exhibits motion. Then what is motion? Motion. It is the exerted force produced by an object. It is also the change of place or position in relation to time due to the applied force. We can say that the object is in motion if an object applies force or change its position. There are also different kinds of motion depending on its path. Falling apple from a tree, pushing a box, and a moving car in a straight road are examples of linear motion. What is linear motion? Linear motion. It is a motion in a straight path. A spinning top, a Ferris wheel, and a ceiling fan has a circular motion. Then what is a circular motion? Circular motion. It is a motion in a circular path. Wheel of a car and the wheels of the bicycle possesses rotatory motion. What is rotatory motion? Rotatory motion. Motion about an axis. A child swinging in a swing, the pendulum in a pendulum clock, and the children playing in a seesaw possesses periodic motion. Then, what is periodic motion? Periodic motion, it is a motion that repeats itself after a certain time. Flying butterflies and falling leaves possesses random motion. What is random motion? Random motion. It is a motion that has no specific pattern. Did you learn something new in our today's lesson? Good job! I'm so happy to hear that. See you again in our next lesson. This is your virtual teacher, Teacher Regine. See you again in our next one. Bye!